There's a certain kind of house that stops you in your tracks. Not because it looks like a magazine spread, though it might. Not because every finish is expensive, but some of them probably are. It stops you because it feels alive, like someone actually lives there, and that someone has great taste, a full life, and zero interest in blending in. That is what personality-driven design does. And after 20 years of designing homes for physicians, attorneys, CEOs, and business owners, I can tell you, it's not just more beautiful than a trend-driven home, it's more functional. It lasts longer, and it makes your family happier. Here's what that looks like and why it works. Hey everyone, I'm Leslie Myrick, interior designer and business coach. I design personality-driven forever homes for professional families in the Middle Georgia area and beyond. Luxury used to mean the most expensive finishes money could buy, like marble countertops, custom millwork, huge square footage. And while none of those things are bad, they're not what makes a home feel extraordinary anymore. What makes a home feel extraordinary is you. The clients I work with are accomplished people. They've built something real, careers, families, lives worth celebrating. Their homes should reflect that. Not a carbon copy of whatever was trending on Pinterest a few years ago, but something that tells their actual story. Their art collection from Portugal, their favorite color, furniture that works for toddlers, and a grown-up dinner party. That is the standard we hold every project to. I've walked into homes and at the client's request designed around whatever was popular at the time. And I've watched those clients start to feel vaguely unsatisfied in a few years. They can't always name why, something feels off, dated, like their home belongs to someone else. That's what happens when you design for a moment instead of a person. When your home is built around your personality, your genuine preferences, your family rhythms, the aesthetic instincts you have, it gets better over time. As you travel more, you grow more, you add more. Forever homes are homes that you are never going to want to leave. The best rooms I've ever designed have a narrative running through them. There's intention behind the choices, the color, the scale, the art, the mix of textures. When you stand in the space, it makes sense. It whispers something about the people who live there. The story is yours, and my job is to tell it beautifully. But here's where a lot of people get stuck. They love the idea of a bold, personality-forward home. And they think about the kids, the dog, the fact that somebody will spill red wine on the couch, and they start pulling back towards safe. That's exactly the kind of compromise my process is designed to prevent. High-performance fabrics have come a long way. Some of my very favorite velvets, bouclés, and woven textiles are now fully cleanable, stain-resistant, and built to last. You don't have to choose between beautiful and practical. And one of my favorite moments in any project is watching a client's face when I tell them their stunning new sofa is all performance-grade fabric. Same goes for hard surfaces. Walnut wood, honed stone, hammered brass. These are materials that develop character with use. A few scuffs and life marks don't ruin them, they add to the story. Function is the foundation of every room I design. Before the fun stuff, I'm thinking about how people, flow through a space, where kids will actually land when they walk in the door, how a room needs to serve multiple uses across a single day. Good planning makes life frictionless. This is one of my absolute non-negotiables. Families deserve beautiful homes. Children are not an excuse for waiting or settling, waiting until the kids are older to get things right. Your intentional choices and paying attention to how your household actually functions, your home can be stylish and livable. Every single project that we take on proves it. So, how do designers bring personality to life? Great intentions are one thing, execution is another. Here's what the process of translating "I want my home to feel like me" into a finished space actually looks like. Number one is art. I love to start with art, a piece a client loves, maybe something they brought home from a trip, inherited from a grandparent, or just couldn't stop thinking about, becomes a compass for the entire room. The palette follows, the tone is set, everything else is built around this piece that has meaning. Art-led rooms feel intentional in a way that's really hard to manufacture from scratch. Number two, of course, is color. Color is one of the most powerful tools in my process, and I use it without apology. Teal has become a signature in my work. It's bold, livable, works with wood, works with whites, but every client gets their own version of this. Their color, the one that makes them feel the most at home. Identifying that color and committing to it is one of the most meaningful parts of the design process. And number three is collected layers. The spaces I love the most don't look like they were all bought at one place. They're gathered, they're collected, there's something custom, something the client already owned, different eras, textures, scales, everything brought together with a clear point of view. That layered quality is what makes a room feel real. It's the opposite of a showroom, and that's the point. If you've been living in a home that looks fine but doesn't feel like you, that's exactly the problem I solve. My firm takes on a limited number of full-service projects each year, which means every client gets my full attention from the first conversation to final installation. When you're ready for a personality-driven home worth living in, schedule a complimentary consultation call to discuss your project and see if we're a great fit together.